Okay guys, welcome back. Mark Walker here again, teabagging through life, just to dispel just a couple of myths. Myth number one, straps on a surfboard. Everybody says go strapless. Well, ask yourself this question: do you want to be a passenger or do you want to be a driver? And why am I busting it? Well, because I reckon there's a few things. One is just pose, ego. People, I'm strapless on my surfboard. Yeah, it doesn't mean a lot really. It just means you're going to be in the water a fair bit more, and it takes a lot more learning to get going on this thing without a strap. For example, if you're in the water, you want to get this on your feet, flip it over, stick your front foot in, and no matter what the current or the surf's doing, you've got some control. You try that without straps, you're swimming, unless you're really good at getting this thing in the right position. And in surf, let me tell you, it's not as easy as they say it is. Another myth: don't use a leash. Bullshit. This is a long leash designed to not ping back at me because it's so long. You don't want to be out there learning on one of these things, especially, and then you dump the board because you've fallen off and you didn't have straps, maybe because you believe in the hype, and your board's floating off. You can see it 200 meters away and it's upwind of you. Then you've got a body drag and body drag. Whatever anybody says, if you've got a leash, you just pull the board to you, grab it. You got a foot strap on because you're not believing the hype. You stick your foot in, drive your kite, away you go, having fun. Even if you can't turn, it doesn't matter because they say the straps get in the way. They don't get in the way. If you can't turn yet, just go into wind, fall off, flip the board round in the water. Are you ready to go? Just like with a twin tip. Just takes a little bit more time, but make sure you're out of the surf zone if you're in the surf. But if you're in flat water, it doesn't matter. And if you're in short, deep, shallow water, doesn't matter either. But back to foot straps. This board is manufactured with inserts to be able to put foot straps in. They charge you just as much for a board that doesn't have the inserts, which means the manufacturing process is a lot less. So they make a lot more money, which is okay for them. But why tell you that, straps are no good for you? Straps are no good for you because they have to put strap inserts in there for you to screw your straps into. Get a board like this with inserts, take them off if you don't want them. Have the choice. Another myth: get a small board. Bullshit. Get yourself out. If you're on a 139 board and you're struggling, get yourself a 145, borrow it off somebody. If you're on a 145 and you're struggling because you're a big fellow like me, 100 kilos plus, get a bigger board. This is 160 by 46. This thing, you'll be out there when people are foiling if you've got a big enough kite but not too big. Another myth, again, back onto leashes. If you're out and it's turbulent water and there's a rip, and especially if you're out in light winds, you connect this to your harness, it'll unconnect. As you can see, it just disconnects. When you pull that, pop, off it goes. Or you just pull the board, grab it, put it on your feet, and away you go again. This little bit of string here is just my own little thing, because when you're floating around and you've got a big kite above you, you don't want to be leaning all the way forward to grab your handle. And sometimes you're in current and everything else and your board's not quite doing what you want it to. Just grab this, get your front foot in, let go, back foot and drive, and away you go. And with this thing, you'll get planing no problem. You don't even have to do all that sort of thing. You just point it off wind a little bit and away you go. Leash, big board. Another myth busted. So this is a bit about some of the myths that I'm talking about, mainly around kiteboarding. But in your particular sport, as a fellow or female or whatever teabagger, what myths are in your sport? What do they tell you that you should be doing, that you know intrinsically that you shouldn't really be doing, and there's something else you feel you want to do? Let us all know. We're all interested. So that's it. That's teabagging through life. Maybe 4 or 5 different myths busted there. Don't believe the hype. Go with the older guys who know what they're doing, have had a bit of experience, and really their experience has come at, at a cost to them probably. They've hurt themselves, they've been out to sea without a board. It's very, very scary. Don't put yourself in that position. Don't believe the hype. Catch you later.